these really genuine people who really feel what they do, and the whole camp just works really hard. And it's just been, I would have done the same work with them if they were nobody or BTS. It wouldn't have mattered. They just are fantastic people to work with. But yeah, 36 songs now.
Woo.
Yeah, it's a little bit mind-boggling. But one of my favorite mixes I did was Interlude Shadow, which was the lead single off of Map of the Soul 7, which won the Korean, whatever the equivalent of the Korean Grammy Award is, one album of the year.
Amazing.
So that was the lead single on the album. I mixed that down in Ecuador on the beach with headphones after my building had a fire, and I had to move my whole studio from the top floor down to a suite on the beach, and it sounded like a reverberant box. So I put my headphones on and I mixed for 2 days straight, and I had no idea it was going to be the single, but I knew that I had to nail it. It couldn't wait until I got back to my main studio, and that it was happening right there, and I just fucking pulled out every trick I knew to make sure that was the best fucking mix. And I no idea that it was a single at the time. And like a week, I think it was like a month later, it came out and it was the single. I was like, oh my God. Now it's over like 100 million on YouTube and shit. But
you never know what work you do is going to be the one that's the most impactful, because you just work on what you're presented with, and you do the best you can, and then some of it is going to work out and be massive.
Yeah, and it's a great lesson in always never, if you're a professional, never take a gig that you are not willing to and or can't put 100% into, because the person or people or company paying you expects your best, and and they don't want to hear I was tired, or I just didn't feel inspired today, or I went to the movies. Like, they don't give a fuck. You just gotta show up and deliver every single time, and that's definitely a big challenge of being a pro. You don't get the luxury of a bad day, and if you have a bad day, then you got to reset and fix it.
Yeah, wow, that's amazing. Well, Ken, I don't want to keep you too much longer. You've given me so many words of wisdom already, and I know you got other stuff you got to run to. But if you don't mind me asking you one more question, and I ask this question to everybody on the show, looking back on your journey, you've been through so much. What would be the one thing you would tell yourself, your earlier self? A piece of advice would be either, hey, keep at that, or maybe, Ken, don't do that. What would be that one thing that you would tell your younger self?
I should probably have thought about that a long time ago, but I kind of feel like what would I change? I mean, I got 104 gold records. I'm not sure I could have done better. So I try not to put those kind of pressures on what I could have done. But I think, advice wise, here's some great advice that I didn't really follow and almost killed me. That get enough sleep. And drink water. It sounds like stupid advice for a creative person, but if you get 7 or 8 hours of sleep, you will be more creative than if you get 3 or 4. And you'll make better music faster and more creatively if you are well rested. You'll just be in a better mental place. Everything will flow better. Same with eating. What you put in your body is your fuel. If you put shit in your body, shit is going to come out of that brain. And your ideas are not going to flow as well. And water before coffee until you need it. I think being healthy in the studio is something I didn't really consider for a long time and nearly killed me. And now I take it much more seriously, and I feel like it gives me the ability to work 7 days a week and stay creative and stay feeling like I'm productive 7 days a week and not just grinding through it,
Wow. Yeah. Well, I'm happy you're healthy now, and that's really wise words for a lot of people that are in the studio just grinding it out without any thought, including myself sometimes, just eating whatever I got to do to get my work done, and then
I've been
it's
there.
not the way to do it.
Yeah, I mean, there are those times where you just have to do what you have to do, but you don't have to make that a habit. And,
Right.
for me in this business,
Killing habits is hard, though.
it is, until they kill you, and then they're really easy. So yeah, the health is definitely something that I'm taking much more seriously lately.
Love it. Ken, I'm going to let you get back to your day, which I know is super packed. I really appreciate you taking the time to do this. Really, really do. Learned a lot, and I'm sure the audience will too. What's the best way to find you on the internet?
My website is kenlewis.com. If you can't find that, I don't know what to tell you. Everything kind of flows through there. Mixing night is twice a month on Wednesday night, youtube.com/mixing night. It's a free live stream from the studio. It's like Howard Stern for studio nerds. I am doing entertainment first and everything else second. It's an awesome community of like-minded people that we're building over there. It's really a fantastic place, and anybody who hasn't checked out Mixing Night yet definitely should. The other thing, we're launching a plugin from the Mixing Night broadcast. The plugin will be out in September 2021 called Greenhouse, and it's kind of like a vibe saturator spreader kind of a thing, which is the most badass thing in the world. You will love it. So
amazing. I'll link it all up in the show notes so people can go check it out.
Yeah. So yeah, that's about it.
Amazing. Ken, have a great one. Thank you once again, and take care.
Thanks, Ben. Take care, man.
Thank you so much for listening to this episode of Secret Sonics. I hope you enjoyed my conversation with Ken as much as I did. If you enjoyed this episode or any of our other episodes, I'd super appreciate it if you would go to Apple Podcasts and leave us a rating and review. It really helps the show. And if you could share this episode or your favorite episode with a friend or two, that would also really help the show move forward. In addition to that, you can find us on social media. Just search for Secret Sonics. We're on Facebook. We're on Instagram. And you can email me at secretsonics@gmail.com if you have any comments, feedback, guests you might want to recommend, anything like that. So that's about it for now. Until next time, I hope you guys have a great week. Stay safe out there and dig in. Bye-bye.